Hi everyone. Today we are gonna start section 1, the law of sine and law of cosine. So this law, the law of sine, can be used for every triangle. If you are given two sides and one non-included angle, or two angles and one side. So here is the proportion. We are given that there is a ratio. The ratios are all equal. The ratio of sine of A to the side length opposite A is equal to sine of B to the length of side B, the opposite length side B, is equal to sine of C to the length of sine opposite side opposite C. So they're all proportional. So we're given two examples here. In the first example, we're asked to find NP. Here is NP that's missing. So we're given two angles, one side. Two angles, one side. So we can apply this law of sine. So according to the property, according to the law, we're gonna write the ratio, set a ratio. So sine M, which is 88 degrees, over the side length opposite of it here. Let's say it's x, is equal to, we are also given angle n, so we're going to use sine of 39 over the length of side written opposite of it, which is 22. All we have to do is solve this proportion. So let's do cross product here. So sine 88 times 22 is equal to x times sine 39. You isolate x by dividing both sides by sine 39. Here also sine 39. So you compute it by using your calculator. So it's gonna give you a result approximately 37. So your side length and P is 37. It's pretty simple if you know the rule. So the second question. This time we are given two sides, one non-included angle. We'll do the same. We know angle K and the opposite side length K. So sine K, which is sine 125, divided by the side written next to K, which is 10, is equal to, we are not given angle L. L is missing, so sine of L, we don't know what angle L is, and we know the opposite side, which is 6. Set the proportion. Let's solve it. Sine 125 multiplied by 6 is equal to 10 multiplied by sine L. When you calculate it, it's gonna give you sine L equals 0.49. You don't need sine L here. What you need is each major. The major here is angle L. You need angle L alone, but L is not alone, it's written with sine. So you need to isolate L by taking the inverse. So by using inverse sine inverse 0.49 will give you angle L. So use your calculator. You just insert this into your calculator. So angle L will be approximately 29 degrees. So that's it. This is what law of sine is. So this works if you have two side lengths and one non-included angle, or two angles and one side. What about having two sides and one included angle, and 3 sides. Sides are or angle on side angle side. So in this case we have law of cosine. So in this theorem we have a squared, the sine side length a squared is equal to sum of squares of other lengths minus 2 times product of other lengths times cosine of the angle between the other lengths. So a squared is equal to sum of squares of others minus 2 times product of others times cosine of the angle written between them. Okay, b squared is a squared plus c squared minus 2ac times cosine b. What you need to be careful about here is you are written b squared on the left of equation and cosine b on the right of equation. So on one side of equation you are written b, on the other side of equation you are written the angle opposite of b. On one side of equation you are written c, on the other side of equation you are written the angle opposite of c, cosine c. So let's apply the law in these two questions. In these two questions you are given 2 sides and one included angle. Here you are given 3 sides and there is no angle given. So let's apply the rule. BE is missing. That's missing. So DE squared is equal to sum of squares of others, 18 squared plus 16 squared minus 2 times product of others, 18 times 16 times cosine of the angle located between them. The angle located between them is 21. So let's use your calculator to compute them. Do not waste your time by doing it by hand. So DE squared will be approximately 42.2. What you need is not DE squared. What you need is DE by itself. So take square root of both sides. DE will be approximately 6.5. So that's the first question. You were asked to find missing side length and you found it. The second one, this time you are given 3 of the sides and you are asked to find angle K. So in order to find angle K, you must use the side length on the opposite side, which is 8. The 8 will be written on one side of equation. On the other side of equation, you are going to use angle K. So the sum of squares of others, 15 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 15 times 10 times cosine K. This time you are going to isolate cosine K. You need K by itself. So you need to remove everything written beside it. So 8 squared minus, let's move 15 squared plus 10 squared to the other side. 15 squared minus 10 squared. And in front of cosine K, you have negative 2 times 15 times 10. So divide both sides by this. This is your cosine K. So by calculator, find the result. It is going to give you as 0.87. So the way of finding K here, isolating K here is you need K by itself using inverse cosine. So inverse cosine of 0.87, insert your calculator, it's going to give you the answer as approximately 30 degrees. That's your angle K. It's approximately 30 degrees. So as you see, there are 2 types of question. In one type, you are given 2 sides and one included angle. You are asked to find the side. The other type, you are given all side lengths and you are asked to find one of the angles. So here it is. Other questions. We have 4 more questions. They're all same logic, but the triangles are not drawn. You can, if you want, you can draw to see the shape. Angle A is given as 74 degree. Angle B is given as 22 degree. And side length B is 3.2 and side length A is missing. So simply you're going to set a proportion. So here we have 2 sides, 2 angles, 1 side. So we're going to use law of sine here. So sine A, which is sine 74, over side length opposite A is equal to sine of B, which is 22. So sine 22 over the side written opposite 3.2. So you do cross product. When you do that, when you calculate it, you're gonna find A as approximately 8.2. I'm not gonna do all steps. You can simply do it with your calculators. Next question. You are given 2 sides and 1 non-included angle. It's not between A and C. A is not between A and C. So we are going to apply law of sine here too. So set the proportion. Sine of A, which is sine of 45, divided by angle side written opposite, which is A, so 10.3, is equal to angle C is missing, so sine C over side length C, which is 8.4. Cross product and isolate sine C. You are going to find sine C as 0.57. What you need here is angle C alone. So you are going to use inverse sine inverse of 0.57, which will give you, by the calculator, 35 degree. So it's your angle C. So see, we are either asked to find angle or side. By using the same theorem, we can do it. The other 2 questions, let's figure out if we need to use law of sine or law of cosine. So here we are given an angle C. We are given side length A and B. We don't know what side length C is. You are given an angle. You don't know the angle opposite. You are given, you don't know the side opposite. You are given other 2 sides. So we are going to apply cosine theorem here. Sine C is given. Angle opposite is missing. And side A and side B given. So you are given 2 sides and 1 included angle, which means we are going to apply to cosine theorem. So C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, which is 7.1, minus 2 times of 9.5 times 7.1 times cosine of angle 100. So let's find the result by calculator. C squared will be 164. You need to take square root of both sides to isolate C. So C will be approximately 12.8. That's it. Let's do the same for the second question. In the second question, you are given all sides. You're asked to find an angle. You need to use angle B, so you have to write the angle, the side opposite of B on one side of equation. Side opposite of B here, 3.1. So 3.1 is on one side of equation. On the other side of equation, you'll have angle B, cosine angle B. So, sum of squares of others, 2.2 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 4 times 2.2 times cosine of B. So, you isolate cosine B. What is cosine B? So you move this 2 to the other side, this 2 to the left, 3.1 squared minus 2.2 squared minus 4 squared, and in front of cosine B you have negative 2 times 4 times 2.2, divide both sides by negative 2 times 4 times 2.2, and calculate it with your calculator. So cosine B will be 0.64. You know the way of finding B? You're gonna use inverse cosine. So inverse cosine 0.64 is approximately 50 degrees. So your angle B is approximately 50 degrees. So that's it for this topic.